Alright, YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Dave, like always, and you found Do Yourself, Do It Right. Well, got my Common Motors hat on. You guys should know what that means, although, you know, you don't, kind of. But, got the trailer hooked up to the old Jimps, and we're gonna go look at an old bike. I'm not telling you what it is. I mean, the hat should probably give it away. If you guys are watching the channel, paying attention, subscribing, you know, catching all my videos, you guys know what the hat means. So gonna jump in the old GMC, and we're gonna drive west, and we're gonna go look at a bike, possibly buy it, you know, something else to work on, to play around with, to love on, and then probably eventually sell, you know, because that's what I do. You know, old bikes, that's what I do. So you know, strap in your seat belts. We're gonna go for a ride and look at an old bike. Alright folks, in the car, getting ready to head west. It's about an hour and a half drive, so, you know, got a little bit of time to sit and think and listen to some, you know, some podcasts, you know, like Radio Lab. They're pretty informative. So, you know, gonna hit the road. Alright guys, so it seems as though I beat the guy home. Yeah, I think this is like probably the first time that Google Maps was actually correct on how long it takes you to get somewhere. So, you know, now I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting for the guy to get home. He says he's 5 minutes out. No big deal. I'll probably, you know, make the deal. You know, some people don't want to be on video, so make the deal. There's a cool little parking spot down the road, and I'll probably show you the bike from there. So yeah, well, you know, if I make the deal, you'll see a new bike. All right folks, well, you see it, you see what it is. You know, I just can't pass up a good deal on a CB360. Now, you guys know I already have an orange one. I call it my racer. And this one is going to stay original, nice original condition. You know, I got to looking at it, and there's a lot of original parts on this bike. This one's definitely not getting cut up. So, you know, figured I'd stop, grab a bite to eat. You know, that's why I'm on the highway. And once I get back home, I'll show you a close-up of the bike. I mean, you can see it. There's a lot of originality right here. So yeah, it runs, believe it or not. I bought one that actually runs. I don't have to get it running. The battery's dead, you got to kickstart it, but that's not a big deal. But the gentleman did a good bit of work to it, and like I said, I'll definitely go over it, show you what he did, show you all the original cool stuff, like this headlight, sealed headlight. You know, those don't last, but this one did. So yep, take it all in. You're gonna see a few videos on this bike coming up, so you know, get ready. Like I said, I'm gonna show it to you more in depth when I get back home. All right, guys, it's you know, the next day. I got in kind of late, and you know, I unloaded the bike and spun it around the neighborhood real quick, like, till the mosquitoes started eating me alive, and I figured I had to, you know, put it away. So you know, if you're seeing double, well, you know, that's because you are. And you know, I just got something for these CB 360s. That's my racer, or brat, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Link to that video around here. That's my other forever bike, and you know, the reason is because that's the first bike that I really ever built. And you know, I kind of kick myself in the butt maybe a year after doing that, building that bike with the donor bike. I kind of kicked myself in the butt, and I've always been wanting another one, an original one. And well, I finally found one. You know, it's orange like the other one, as you can tell, you know, by the colors on the tank. They're the same. Just gonna go over this bike real quick. I have to say that this is probably one of the best all originals that I've seen. This you know, this thing has a lot of the factory, the stuff that came out of the factory with, and I'll point those out. And the first thing I'd like to show you is, well, you know, we'll start up top here. You know, the mirrors, everything all up here this is all original. It's all factory. The original switches, buttons, all this is original. Gauges, look how clean these faces are, well, other than the dust that's on them because of, you know, pollen's going crazy here. You know, it's a reading 11.468, and I believe that to be original. You know, look how clean these faces are. It's just pretty amazing. Not a lot of rust, not a lot of pitting. That bike over there, you know, I had to clean all this up because it had corrosion. And of course I replaced all the switches because some of them over there didn't work. This bike is actually just like the blue bike, and that, you know, the fact that it has a disc brake up front. This one over here is an earlier model, and you can tell because it has the drum up front. So you know, that one's a little earlier, this one's a little later. This one is more on par with the blue bike that my girlfriend rides. So keep on going. Obviously all original, still says Japan. Blinkers. Also, this sucker still has the original headlamp or headlight, whatever you like to call it. And I know that because it says Japan right there. These are sealed, by the way. And you know, once you lose the high beam or the low beam, you know, you basically just got to get a whole new headlight bucket. That's what I did over here. The headlight on this one didn't work, so I went ahead and just put a new headlight on it. But all that's original. Obviously the tires have been replaced. I blew the date code on there. I think those tires are 10 years old, but they're not showing much wear. There's no cracking, no weather checking. They might be a little hard, but you know, we're gonna run them for a little bit. Working our way back. You know, the horn is missing the cover, but the horn works, and the gentleman gave me the cover to put back on it. All of this is all pretty original. These side covers, you know, they had a tendency to fade like these did, but the tank, you know, the tank is beautiful. There are a couple little nicks. There's one right here. I believe there's a little teeny tiny dent, a dimple right here. I don't know if it's, there you go, you can see it there. A little dent, and then there's another mark over here. And then of course where the seat, you know, there's some wear marks. But man, look at the condition in this tank. It is just super nice. You know, I thought this one had a nice tank, but you can see that there's little marks here in the paint. But man, this one is just, it's just, oh, here it is. Here's a little mark right here, right there, and then a couple of marks in the pinstriping. But the inside of this tank is also really clean. Look at the inside of there. Maybe I can get some light in there. Kind of hard, but trust me guys, that sucker is pretty clean. It's got the lock, so that's upgraded. Yeah, it's much of the same on this side over here. So we got, you know, the original points cover. The guy did replace the petcock. He went through the carburetors, you know, jetted it, cleaned them, blah blah blah. Well, I shouldn't say jetted. He put the original jets back in it. You can tell. You see how nice and shiny these are. There, here we go. Your idle jet up here. Still original. Still got the original air cleaners. I'm sure he put new cleaners on it. He didn't, although he didn't mention that, but I'm sure he did. He also rebuilt the master cylinder up there. Yep, that. And he also built the piston down here. You know, it's just, you can see that he's replaced the seal here. He's been in here. He's got replaced all the screws, cross tips with Allen heads. That's a nice touch. I did it on mine over here. Unfortunately, the original exhaust, like most, you know, they rust out and then you got to replace them. Although I have to say that you know, he picked a good muffler. If you can't tell, look, got the same one over here. Look at those. Same, pretty much same mufflers. And then back here, you know, it's all stock. So everything is it is missing the grab bar here. He did say that when he bought the bike, it had a big sissy bar, which mine had the big sissy bar also. So mine doesn't have the grab bar either. I might be able to source one of those, maybe maybe on eBay, or maybe I can get on one of the groups on Facebook and see if I can source, well, two of them really, because I'd like to have one on that one. Actually, I think I cut the tabs off for this one over here. Let me see. Yep, sure did. Only one. Only gonna need one. So the seat it is pretty nice, but it is starting to pull right here. So we'll see how well that does over time. Might just get a new seat cover, although the reproduction ones don't come with the Honda on the back here, unfortunately. But he did put the original blinkers back on. You know, brake light works, running light works, the blinkers, well, you know, the blinkers work when they want to work, especially the right side one. I am going to say that this bike does have some electrical gremlins, you know, like they all do. I did a video. All old bikes have them. This one's no different. You turn the blinker on, then you move the handlebars and the blinker will stop working, and then you move the handlebar again and the blinker will start working. So that's a loose connection or a grounding issue or something. It also has I think I'm gonna say it's something in the ignition. It'll when it's cold it runs just fine, but then when it heats up it starts to break down. So that's either gonna be coils or capacitor, or could be points. You know, all that stuff is all related. And it's kind of funny that, you know, when you first start the bike it runs great, you know, no issues, but once it's warm, that's when stuff starts to get funky. And to me that's probably ignition. You know, I'm gonna go over this whole bike. I'm gonna show you guys what I do when I get a new bike. I just go all the way over it. I've already, you know, just kind of going over it with you guys, first impressions kind of thing. you know, it's super nice. Let me pop open the seat. And I'm going to the wrong side. Look at this. It's even got the key cover. Super nice. Pop the seat, pops open. Although I have to say that it is missing the sticker for your helmet holder. That's what this is, or that's what this is. One of the two. Mine over there still has the sticker, which I thought was pretty cool. I left it on. You can see it right here. Helmet holder. But I cut the helmet holder. I cut that off. So, you know, it looks pretty nice and you know, pretty nice and tidy. This is I don't know what kind of stuff we got going on here, but it does need a new battery, or I'm gonna have to charge it. I'm actually gonna throw it on charge while I'm at home, because I don't want it to make magic smoke and burn down my garage and, you know, my Harleys and my other bike. You know, I don't need all that. So I will put my charger on it while I'm here. But you can see, yeah, the guy did some wiring to put these blinkers back on. As you can see, he rewired, got it back going. This could be one of the reasons why. You know, I'm gonna have to look at all this stuff. You know, old wiring, guys, it's exactly that. It's just old wiring. You got to be careful. You got to look at it. Oh, look at that. Nice. We got the fuses, red, 15 amp, and then 7 amps. They all look good. Starter solenoid, obviously. Here's your blinker, the blinker solenoid. So some of the things that the guy did for the bike, he put a new voltage regulator rectifier in it. Which is like the first thing you should do with all these old bikes. It's pretty expensive, so I'm glad he did that. I think they're like $100. I do have one in the wings, you know, waiting in my new parts bin. I got it with a wiring harness, actually. It is brand new, and you know, I didn't know that he had done that already, so that's a plus. Like I said before, he rebuilt the brake up here, although kind of looks like it's leaking. Maybe that's old residual. He did rebuild that, he said. Clean the tank out, clean the carburetors, put the exhaust on. What else? I think that's probably all. He cleaned it up a bit. Look at underneath the seat. Seat's in good shape. And it's even got the chrome. Even got the you know, the fake chrome going around. So you know, it looks good. Everything looks pretty tidy. Yeah, it's even got the proper little zip ties around here for the frame. Well, that's obviously new. The tank holder upper thingy, holder stiller thingy, I should say. And then you can see these wear marks, like I said before, on the tank. But you know, those aren't visible with the seat down. And you know, that's normal. So my first impressions of this bike is, well, I don't think it's ever been crashed or laid down. There's no marks on the frame underneath it. I ran my fingers across it. I don't think the engine's ever been out. Just looking at the bolts or the nuts. One of the things to check on these old CB360s is make sure that these little marks are here on your tag. If I can get in there, let's turn some light on. There should be like a stamp in there. And what that indicates is that there was a factory recall on these bikes for the cam chain tensioner, and those marks indicate that that recall has been completed or complied with. So you know, that's always good to see. I don't know if mine has it over here. No, sure doesn't. This one does not have the marks. Yeah, see that? See how there's no marks on that one? So I mean, this bike is originally a 6,800 mile bike. So that's something that if I tear this bike down, that I'm definitely going to check and replace and do the upgrade. But this one, it's already got it done. So yeah, just take that sucker in. And of course the neighbor is going to mow their yard. Looks, you know, oh, he did replace the lever And then if you look at the box over here, there's always a box of spare parts with these bikes, which is always fun to look through. He did give me the mufflers that were on it, if you could call them a muffler. I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. There's something. Yeah, here's the other one, obviously. And then he took the center stand off, which I am definitely going to put back on. I'm super glad that he had it. When I saw that it was off, I kind of cringed and I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to buy a center stand. But I love my center stand. I mean, as you can see, the racer is always on its center stand. He took it off because he didn't want the this part, the part you step on. He didn't want it hitting the new pipes. So he didn't want it to hit the pipes and bend the pipes and do whatever. So as you can see, he you know, he's been shopping at Common Motors. You know, they send you all this swag stuff, stickers. I got a bunch of these. Oh, another one. Here's some more. He must have shopped there a couple times because they send a bunch every time. New handle grip for the one that's you know, not there. I have no idea what that is for. Then he's got an extra lever, which can never go wrong with extra lever. I have some more levers. There's the horn cover that I'll put back on. Some fuel filters and whatnot. Here's all the screws that he replaced. More screws. Oh, nope, that's the old petcock. I don't know why he's saving that. And then, you know, some wiring bits. And here's the rest of the Allen heads. You know, once you tear it apart. Look, you even got another Common Motors keychain. Oop, that's a good sticker right there. I like that sticker. Looks like there's a couple of them actually. Yep, here's some more. You guys want a Common Motor sticker, you know, hit me up. Put a comment in the box below. Here's all the jets that he replaced, all the carburetor stuff. It's always nice to have this other stuff because, you know, why not? You can clean it up. I'll just put it in my cleaner. Here's all the rest of all the other stuff. Doesn't look like it was bad. Well, I guess he just replaced it. I guess. Don't really know what that's for. But yeah. It's always good to have an extra tub of parts. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fire the bike up. Obviously I got to kickstart it. The battery is dead. And you can hear what I'm hearing while it runs. It you know, it doesn't run smooth. It you know, kind of stumbles and herky-jerky and whatever. You gotta keep giving her the throttle, get her going. But it does start. Well, it was starting fairly easy. Let's go ahead and see how difficult she's gonna be to start. I'm gonna set you up over here. Let's go ahead and see how she's gonna start up, and then you guys can hear you know, what I'm hearing while it's running. It runs pretty well when it's cold, which is cold, but once it warms up, it starts breaking down, and you can hear one cylinder. It's actually this left cylinder, you know, starts to cut out. So, like I said, it's either points, maybe a condenser, but you would think if it was a condenser, it would do it on both cylinders, or a coil. So, you know, we'll get into diagnosing that a little later. This is, you know, just to let you get to know the bike kind of video. see if I can get that blinker gremlin to show up.
Well done.
And that's why they're gremlins, folks. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I think maybe the coil might be doing the same thing. I really have a feeling it's a coil. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. The old ear, you know, says that sounds pretty good. You can hear when one cylinder's down, though. All right, folks. So you know, I had it running, got her warm. I busted out my old multimeter, old trusty dusty. You know, it's not calibrated or anything, but it works. And I think before I jump to any conclusions, I'm gonna go ahead and either charge this battery, see if it'll hold the charge, or maybe just go ahead and buy a new one. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because trying to get that gremlin to show back up, I hit the light on, and as soon as I turned the headlight on, it started running like garbage. So I'm thinking that you know, the battery is not strong enough to produce enough power, and the neighbor decides to continue the mow the lawn. But yeah, I think that's gonna be my course of action with this girl. First thing I'm gonna do is try and charge the battery, go from there. I'm gonna keep you guys along for the ride, kind of like I did with the XL, sitting out there. Maybe one more video on that girl, but you know, yeah. So, you know, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Yep, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Like you guys do at the end of all my videos, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell, you know, so you know when I drop a new video, which is every Thursday at 6 p.m. So, you know, like always, till next time, thanks a lot.